Good morning, traders, and welcome to the update here for the weekend of September 15th, 2024. So I closed out one position last week for a nice profit. It was an SPX position, and then opened up some new ones. And here are the current open positions. So this is a butterfly that if our market stays up here anywhere above the 53.50 mark roughly, this trade will expire profitably, although I do believe that I can probably roll this leg up a little more and maybe squeeze a little more out of it. It's not going to be hugely profitable, but it should be at least in the 10% range or so. This trade has had to be adjusted a few different times, but I do like its current position right here. Got a fairly wide tent from approximately the 56.60 area down to around 5,400. There could be a little bit of a risk down here below 5,500 without an adjustment, but it's got a fairly wide range on it as well. And then this trade was just opened on Friday, so it doesn't really have any decay happening to it yet. And in all of these, I am expecting maybe a little bit of a pullback in the market, and we'll take a look at that here in just a second. So these are all kind of positioned where I like to see them. I think they're in a good place here. And then we can take a look at our charts. So VIX is back down to its recent lows. That kind of tells us that there's not a lot of fear in the market right at this time. Now, that said, if we take a look at where our markets are trading, if we take a look at SPX, we are back up here at all-time highs. Now, we were here previously, a few weeks back, and I had mentioned at the time that I was expecting this area to be some resistance. I'm still expecting it to be some resistance right now. I don't see a huge catalyst that's going to cause us to break out of this to the upside. We are expecting some Fed announcements soon. I think now the market has baked in a 0.25 or a quarter basis point reduction in rates. If they were to, in fact, do a half point, that could spike us higher. That could also spook the market a little bit to where people say, ooh, we're not doing as well as we thought if the Fed had to do that. So it's never an easy task to read how people are going to react to those announcements. But getting something different than what's currently expected of a quarter basis point could cause either a breakout to the upside or a pullback. Either one of those is a likely reaction. So regardless, technically, we're at an all-time high or approaching that all-time high again. I would expect a little bit of a pullback, possibly to around this 55.20 range or so, 5,500 to 55.20. Possibly all the way back here to 5,400. Either of those would be perfectly logical and normal market movement. If we break the 5,400, I would expect a pullback here, probably to the 52.50 range, 52.70 range, somewhere in there. Short of any bad news coming out in the market, again, I would consider anywhere between these two blocks to be normal movement for the market at this point. I will provide a link in the weekend update so that people can open up this chart, take a look at it themselves, and mark it up, do whatever you want with it. So for right now, that's it. Again, a nice California morning here. Love the cloud cover. It's helping out with some of the fires, things like that. And it's cooler again here a little bit as opposed to having the consecutive 110-degree days. So this is the type of environment I love here and that we usually get. The past couple of weeks of extreme heat was a little abnormal for where I'm at. So anyhow, thanks so much, everyone. Take care.